Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 167 of Terraria 1.3. So, last episode we finished all the NPC houses, and now the stylist is just like, she doesn't want to give up, Walter. I mean, I don't blame her, but she does have her own house over here. It is this one right here, which actually, I'll be honest, it turned out pretty great. I kind of like that. I really like the way it turned out. So that's all the NPC houses we need to do. So there's her house. It's kind of like a salon. I'm sure we could add a couple more things, but I won't really worry about it right now. Party grill. I gotta do that like every time I think I save and quit. Let's get our minions out. So what we need to do is we need to work on the turd, and we also need to, well, I need to clean up my inventory, that's for sure. But we need to work on the armor sets. Now that's something that we can still squeeze in as we go kill things and such. Right now I need to do the pumpkin moon and the frost moon. Those are both things I want to at least experiment with and just see how they may or may not have changed. Obviously, they're going to be a bit more difficult in expert mode versus the way they were when I originally played them back in the day. There's the extra hollowed seeds we got, and you know what? I mean, I guess I will keep them over here because, yeah, they're still pretty useful, and it's not exactly worthwhile just selling it. So, is there anything I can get rid of in here? Okay, I don't really need that much beeswax. Like, let's just be real. We can sell that. Oh no, is this like my third blood moon? I think this might be my third blood moon. Quick stack any and everything I don't need. Cloud walls, clouds. Let's get rid of these. We're not building anybody's houses right now. Cloud can go in here, and look at that. We got a full thing of clouds. Pearlwood walls. Placeables should be pretty tapped out. Oh, there's a little bit of room. Obviously, these guys are all just trash mobs, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. Holy water, I'd throw it, but that would cause problems, so I won't. I know a campfire in the house isn't the greatest thing aesthetically, but let's just put it there to get some regen. And I wanted to sell that. I would get rid of the contaminator. Alright, so what we're doing, we're freeing up the inventories, and we're going to extend the turd, add some of the ore, start crafting maybe some of these armor sets, and then maybe, I don't really think I'll make that much of an arena for the pumpkin or frost moon. Basically, I'll just add some spiky ball traps, so that way we can kill some of the extra trash mobs. And that'll save time for the event, let us progress quicker. I want to get out of here as quick as possible, because I don't want enemies spawning by my NPCs, so let's not stay there very long. Okay. Dirt. Well, we've got no shortage of dirt in this world, clearly. Split the stacks so we have stuff here. We have to decide on what ore we'll use, because we need probably another ore or two. Let's go with two. What's an ore I've got a lot of? I was thinking palladium. Oh yeah. 112 palladium. Orichalcum we could definitely get away with, because I've got quite a bit of it. Let's do it. So we'll leave that as a placeholder. So the little like deposits of orichalcum and stuff, which then means I need stone. And then demon torches, which I thought, yep, I made quite a few. And then dirt walls, which obviously I can make. In fact, didn't I get a boatload of you earlier? Dirt walls. When we went over to the hollowed place. I don't know what to do with them. I may have just canned them. They were probably in one of those chests and I just totally missed it. But it's a dirt wall. I shan't concern myself too much about it, so what we'll do is just craft a couple. Really won't need that many. That should be a-okay. We'll get our buffs, because why not? We could pass the time. I could also go harvest the deathweed. I really should. But I do want to work on the turd. So the turd is super easy to do. And what I will do to make building even easier this time around than, say, last time is... Now, I do... Oh, well, that was weird. I grappled. Okay. Now, we obviously want like varying levels, and I think I want it to like be deeper than kind of slope up, kind of like what we did here when the turret originally extended this far. So what I'll do is we'll go down to, yeah, maybe like here. I'd say like right there is a fair spot, and then build this way. Okay, and then hold on, let me just finagle this a touch. I think that should be okay. I don't want to go too far down, and I'll build sideways. And that way we'll just be like a line, then we'll fill it in. It'll be super easy to fill in versus what we've done previously. Alright, you guys just get out here, trash mobs. I don't need to use a sniper on you. I mean, it's fun, but I don't need to. So what we'll do is just build in a straight line. So this makes it so much easier than doing it like filling it in from top down or anything like that. And then obviously, yes, I'm doing a straight line, but what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll add some accents and, you know, shape it up, sort of like what we do with the clouds. We gave it variation. And I will start, no, I won't slip up just yet. I'll start slipping up here soon. Okay, about now, because what we'll do is we'll blend the marble into the dirt. Get wrecked there, zombie. Just kind of jumped off the edge. So the turd is getting quite the upgrade. That's also pretty cool because I can put a garden out here if I wanted to. I could put the sunflowers. That is not a bad idea at all. And I realize it might be a tad dark for you guys, so just get some of these flares put down. Sure, the wisp does its thing, but it's not perfect. Nothing is, so I'll try to help out a little bit. And I guess I'll fill all this in. This isn't something I'll worry about. We'll more than likely put some ore in that area. So that'll be our next batch of ore. I'll go with palladium, and then we'll do the demon torches just to make it look cool at night. Look at all these demon eyes and everything in here. I'm glad at least they're not... that the kitty hit a block, and I missed it. Not the first time the kitty's done that. The kitty is not a pet you want when you build. Kitty, get out of here. You're hiding blocks, and I can't see. Hey. Hey. Kill the eyeball. Give me a black lens. The more black lenses, the better. I absolutely do. I do want those. I just like having them. You can make sunglasses. I don't think I made the optic staff yet. I don't remember. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't think I did. It's not like I couldn't. It's just souls of sight and hollowed bars, and I think black lenses. So like, yep, like right here. Let's just start it. So doesn't really matter. We'll cover all this up anyway. And then we'll just fill in a big area, and we'll try to... Maybe I could even come down a little bit lower. I don't want it to be way up top by the marble, because of course we have to put in the rock layer. Like with the stone layer. That's just like what we wrap it in. Whatever it is, it's just my little design pattern thing I'm sticking with, and we've been doing that this whole time, and I kind of like the way it turned out. So, palladium ore. Let's split the difference with our hook. And there you go. And what I want to do is try to make it look not like an amorphous blob, but it goes off, it branches, it looks a little different. There we are. Something like that. Maybe come down this way a touch, and then cut into it. No, now we're looking a little goofy. All those zombies up there. I don't want it to be too thin there. Okay, something like that, and then we could even hammer it to just change the shape a little bit. I don't want to hammer that. Let's hammer this. No. Not sure if I'm liking this yet. Let's just bring it back to normal. I want to slope this. Or I could beat the dirt wall. That's cool. I like to slope the corners. Alright, I'm hitting the dirt wall quite a bit. So that should be good. Slope this corner. Slope that corner. And there we go. This looks different. Alright, let's roll with that. Let's roll with that, and now what we'll do is we'll decorate it with torches, and we'll put 2 thick walls of stone around it. And that'll be that. So it's going to need a little bit more dirt wall over here. Alright, so 2 or 3 demon torches on here. I don't want to touch the stone, and I don't want it to touch the ore. So that should be very lit up. And then, let's see, we'll work up here. We're pushing towards the marble a little more than I'd like, but I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. Once we get out of here with our pet, the light won't be so contaminated, polluted. It'll be that pure, that like dark purple combined with the ore. You don't really see the purple during the day as much as you do at night, which is what I wanted. I wanted the house to sort of change. And so like over at night, it looks different than it does during day. Obviously, during a blood moon, it looks completely different because my torches are purple when they're supposed to be blue. But there you go. There's just more difference, more vibrant colors. Why the heck not? And we're still going. Oh, nope. See, that's not what I wanted. I don't want the torch to connect. I want the torches to stay in that form that it is. You gotta fill in that dirt. Sweet. If I would have missed that, I would have had to came back and dug up all the stuff. And that would suck. So let's fill this in before we build ourselves in completely. Hey, go down there and kill them. No. No, no. Why are you being a dumb? Hey. Will this let you not do that? There. Yeah. No. I don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, but I'll let you do it, and I'll throw the Nimbus Rod down. I wanted it to go kill the eyes so that I could get free loot. Come down there to a bunch of lenses or something, but it's not exactly working. So I'll just let the Nimbus Rod do its thing and kill all the stuff. Balls, can't reach that. Alright, well, I'll dig towards it. See, this is what I like and I dislike about this part, because you have to finagle things and change it and make it look a little different and place blocks in odd spots. And then, of course, if you miss one thing, you gotta go back and do it all over again. So as long as I can reach this stuff, we're good. And thankfully the Blood Moon's gone, so Walter is no longer at risk of really dying. Everybody should return home here. By everybody, I mean all these enemies that are wandering about. And I don't want you there. I want like that, something like that. Okay. All right, I'll trim some of that stone. We don't require it. And there we go. I think we've gotten the point across. We'll take that off, that block off. Can I squeeze in here? I totally can, and I placed it in the wrong spot, and now my my digging claws don't reach. Go figure. Well, that dirt block can stay in there. It will, of course, disappear shortly. But that is that. That should be fine. I might add some more stone in the middle. I don't know. Let's just block it off and see what it's going to look like. What do you look like, sir? Cool enough. I'm going to go with cool enough. So let's just block it all off. Let it get dark. And of course, once the flares go away, it'll change color. It'll change in appearance. It won't look so weird. It looks a little too bright almost, but I think that's just due to the torches. Or the flares, I'm sorry. I am amazed that demon eye is still there. They're supposed to leave at night. Like, they genuinely leave. He's stuck. I don't know how, but he's definitely stuck. So, this is actually a really easy way of building the turd. I like it. And then what we can do is we can go across the bottom, use my grappling hook, and then we can give it shape. Because we can build as we go sideways. I love building sideways with a grappling hook, and then also vertically, like this with a grappling hook, because you can just press E and keep your mouse still. It's like a lazy way of building vertically. I love doing that when you build like really big walls. I think it works better with a single hook or a dual hook, but this one has 3. I think those are slightly faster. If I used a building potion, that would probably speed this up, but we're already almost done, so I'm not really that concerned. Let's just finish this up, and we still have to squeeze some of that orichalcum ore. The pet cat is still on the wall. He hasn't quite figured out how to get out of there. I'm just going to forsake him. I'll leave him be. That's what you get, cat. Every time I build, you get in the way. And then you got in the way this time, and now you got built in. How close to the edge do we put platinum? Pretty close. So I'm feeling maybe like in between these pillars, we'll put the next stacked thing of ore, or whatever we're calling it, little blotch. Let's do that. So let's just fill in the turd here. Hey, look, the kitty cat got out. The kitty cat got out. Darn kitty cats. Okay, so I don't want to build too far to the left because we need to do this little design thing that we're doing. So let's hold off. Fill this last little line in. And let's do one more. And then we'll start building that blob of whatever. So I am just going to take all these dirt walls. Go down, and we'll just smart cursor it up. We have plenty, and if there's extra left behind, it doesn't matter. They'll get covered up anyway, so just make a big building area for me. Not sure how big I want to make the ore deposit. I think I want to make it bigger. The palladium one's a little bit small. Did we use it all, or did I? Yeah, I deselected it. Yeah, I think the palladium one's a tad too small. Okay, so orichalcum. Let me just combine these stacks. Orichalcum, let's see. You are a very pretty pinkish purple. I don't even know what you really are. You're purple with like a hint of pink in it. I don't know. Orichalcum's pretty cool. So let's give you a bigger deposit. I might need to get more dirt walls going. Yeah, I think I'll need more dirt walls, or I could shave off some of them down here. Doesn't matter. It's dirt walls. I can get more. So you know what? Let's not even worry about it. We'll go get more once I finish placing all of this stuff. It almost looks like a freaking heart. Not that I'm against that, but it's not really what I was going for. Let's not put a heart there. I think that'd be a little silly. That's a way bigger deposit. It's a way bigger deposit. So let's get a few more dirt walls, because I'm not going to be stingy. And we do have another stack of dirt in my inventory, so there's no need to pull out more. Might as well refresh that buff and make sure we have 2 of those dudes. Dirt walls at the ready. There we are. That's plenty. I'm going to have to back craft them, reverse craft them, I guess. And most importantly, I need to fill in like down here. And it's going to get like 1, 2, maybe 3 demon torches. Let's go with that. There you are. There you are. Looking better. That's more placement room for my torches. Yes. Fill in the turd. Yes. Turd has been filled in. Hammer. Smooth that out because why not? Smooth that out. That out because it looks funny. Just making it look different rather than it all being perfectly squared off. If I can give it some kind of an edge that we don't usually see, I think that's a pretty cool idea. I don't want that to be like... Yeah, I didn't want it to be like peaking. It just seemed silly. Alright, we good? We good, dirt walls? I think we're good. So let's add the demon torches. Let's do about 3. So 1 here. Yeah, I guess that's an okay spot for it. And over here, there. Maybe. Move it right there. Okay. I need some more dirt walls. Just to, you know, use them. Why not? Alright. So, stone block. Now I might need to build... I might need to place the dirt back here first. Otherwise, we'll build ourselves in. That'll cause a problem. I can't get down there yet. I can dig the bottom layer dirt. That should be okay. We'll build from down below. We shall build from down below. That should be okay. And you come up here. I need more dirt. See, it's weird because I gotta keep changing between resources because I'm being different with the way I'm building. Not using all one material. I should be able to get away with that, and of course filling that hole with dirt. Nope. Okay, I thought I got myself trapped. I could have grappled out of there if I needed to, but we're good. We're good for now. We are A-okay. Do I want to get rid of you? Yes, I do. I want to get rid of you. Split the difference. And then this will let me build a little bit with my grappling hook. I like it. It needs digging claws right there and there. Done goofed. And this is a very awkward shape to be building. It's very slanted. And slanted and squares are... they work, but... You're stretching my creativity here, Terraria. You stop this. You stop this. Alright, I gotta be careful. That demon torch needs some room, and we're building right into it. Okay, so let me just work on the stuff back here before we build ourselves in, and we cause a problem. Too big of a problem, anyway. Just fill that up. Alright, so stone, combine that stack. Let's see, just go down 2. I guess I should not have plopped that down because we have the demon torch in the way. I totes forgot about you because all my flying saucers and such are on top of you. I can't even see it. I can't even see it. Alright, we're good. What I try to do is keep like at least 1 block distance between the torch and the ore. That way, the torch doesn't change its appearance. The ore doesn't... Or I'm sorry. The torch doesn't combine. The ore has like... the ore has space between the wall and where the ore ends so that the light can bleed through. That's why I do it the way I'm doing it. At least that's my justification anyway. It looks cool. It doesn't have to be a reason. It doesn't even have to be a reason. So clearly I need to dig myself out of here, but I just want to check. I want to move that torch up like 1. Is that better? I think that's slightly better. I think that is slightly better. Shave this off and place the... There we go. Alright, so now it should just be home free. Let's fill all the dirt in. We'll see what this looks like here in the coming night. And some of the grass should be growing from the right side. Obviously, I can speed that up if I really need to, but it's grass. It'll get here when it gets here. I shan't concern myself about it. And then we have to add a little bit of accent to the turd on the bottom. We have to give it some depth, some less man-made characteristics. We gotta make it look a little natural. I mean, a turd in the sky is pretty unnatural, so I have my work cut out for me. I've got to try pretty hard to make it look like it belongs in the sky. Just put rocket jets, like just jets, thrusters on the bottom of the turd. The turd belongs here. No, I don't really know how I'd incorporate clouds into the turd either. I mean, the NPC houses, those are specifically floating on clouds. If I were to make the turd look like it was on a cloud, I'd have to fill in the entire thing, and that would ruin the whole idea that I have with having the vines down below, which I do like. The vines that droop down there, I I don't know. It makes it look grown. I don't think I want to change that at all. I want to take a look at the middle of the turd. I want to see if the grass is spreading. I can sort of see it on the mini-map. But we need to finish this last little... This is the home stretch. This is the home stretch of the turd. The turd is very painful to... painful. It's a painful turd, man. It's painful to build because it's so... There's so much. We're well over 999 blocks with just what we've added today. And now we're into our second stack of 999. And that's not even counting like all the little accent pieces that we do with the ore. Which that just takes extra time because that's... I mean, you got to try to make it look pretty. You know, I mean... Again, I could make a crap shack in the sky. I could have the crap shack NPC hotel on the ground. But I am a fan of my fancy houses that I try and do in my big series of Terraria. Like, if I ever get around to doing some kind of a challenge series or something, which, I mean, I do want to do, it's just, that's all time... That's the issue. It's time between series that exist and such and work. But those would have, like, NPC hotels. Like, who cares? But, like, a really full feature-length Terraria series like this, you gotta give it an amazing house. You gotta have a cool house. If you're gonna play it a lot, you might as well have a cool place to live. So I think I'm really gonna like the way this looks when the grass grows. And we put maybe some kind of garden up here. Maybe. I don't know yet. Obviously the dirt looks dumb where it meets the marble. But I think when we get grass, it's going to change it. We could put fountains over here. We could put some of the sunflowers, even some fences to make it sort of look like a garden or something along the lines. We'll wait and see. We could always extend this a little bit to give it more of a... We could put like flowers and more things just to make it stand out more, but I'm going to wait until it spreads. Let's just shave that off and delete that. Okay, so that looks a little silly in my opinion. We may want to... What we may want to do is slant it. Make it blend in a bit. I think that's a better idea. Blend it in. You're always going to be able to see it unless we... well, I guess there's really no graceful way of hiding it. Would have been a smart idea if I would have built down first, but yeah, I mean, if there's light bleeding through, you can always see it, but that's fine. Let's let that go. And yes, this definitely did start spreading, but now I need to get down there and I need to give the turd some kind of an accent. Let's do it. I like it. I like it. This is cool. So, dear old turd. It kind of... I think what we should do is we should fill this in, because this used to be the edge of the turd, so it's a little lacking. It needs some girth. All these poop jokes. The episode is titled Poop Jokes. Basically that's what's happening. So let's fill in this a little bit. There you go. Alright, so now if we grapple, we do that, so we can add like little a mound here by just grappling, and then what we can do is we can grapple back and we can give it a little bit of like a peak, you know, and then just grapple to the side again and just let that spread, and that just breaks up the perfectly flat. Now we could go deeper, we could do more steep hills, which would probably look a little bit better. So let's come over here to the orichalcum spot, and below it, that's where we're going to give it a bigger accent piece, because that's where the ore is, and it just makes sense to me to extend it below the ore. Alright, and how big do we want to make this? I say maybe like that, and let's start making it come to a sort of a peak. And ooh, look at that! Like when it gets to that phase, that really cool blue, that is, I think, my favorite phase of the demon torches. I don't want to use rainbow torches. I think that'd be a bit obnoxious, and it would hide the ore. Hey, look, we missed a dirt wall. See, now these are the things that you see better at night. So we'll get that in a bit. We'll definitely get that. It's a pretty easy fix. I think I can almost get it from here. You got a little bit of further placement with walls and such, and blocks compared to the digging claws. I'm used to having a very limited placement range. Oh, it's so close. I don't think I'll have to break any of the stone, but I did because digging claws. Can I reach it? What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why can I not reach that? Why can I not reach that? Alright, well, we had to break the stone. There we go. Problem solved. Let's add one stone, and then we'll add our dirt back in. Whatever. We fixed it. Now no one can complain. That has been resolved. Okay, turd, you're looking good. Now we don't need perfect. We don't need perfection on the turd, so we need to add some imperfections, some little blemishes, things like that, to give it a little bit of variety. Again, the whole point is to make it look not so man-made. Once the grass grows in, it'll really change it, I think, and we'll maybe make some tweaks from there, but let's just go with what we've got. So there we go, like that. Yeah, just some like steeper slopes, things like that. Come on, grass, do your thing. You need to hurry up. I'll make me spread you quicker. I will do it. I will get grass seeds and we'll just go from there. Why don't we cut in a little bit here? Give that like an extra slope. I'm looking mostly at the mini map too to see how it looks in comparison to vary, like to make it varied. Like this one's like a very steep cut. Right there's a cut. I think we did a good job. Let's just wait for it to spread. Get bent. Get noobed. Get bent. Noob. I almost said get noobed. Get bent, noob. Stupid corruptor. There we are. There we are. So now we have orichalcum and palladium and a floating dirt block that will eventually disappear. Sure, you can still see the marble. What we probably ought to do is cut in with some dirt. Maybe not. I don't think it's as big of an issue as I'm making it. So there it is. The turd finally has some girth. Yep, that's something I find myself saying. The turd's got some girth. It's been long overdue. It was always lacking on this side of the house. It was always just floating. So now we'll wait for that to spread. The mannequins, we do need to work on that. In fact, I mean, we got orichalcum, we got that, we got adamantite. What's next? Titanium and cobalt. Let me just quick stack some stuff here. Titanium. I got a lot of bars. Mithril, yeah, can't forget that. Got cobalt bars, right? Yep. Yeah, we need mithril, we need cobalt, we need titanium. One of these days, we will more than likely be headed over to a new world to throw it into hard mode. Now, ectoplasm and hollowed bars. That's how I get the ectobar thingies, right? Unless, oh, no, it's chlorophyte. Chlorophyte, haha, I'm dumb. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. So, take chlorophyte out, right? And we need to make some of those to make like spectre armor, and we also need a lot of spectre bars, if I recall. Let's go talk to the guide. Spectre bars to make the pumpkin moon. It's that or the frost moon. Might end up being both. Let's check. It is neither because I'm a dumb. However, I know we do want. I think we actually have the set. But we will want the drill containment unit, so making him wasn't like a total waste. I'm not gonna worry about it. But what is it? I guess it's just hollowed bars. If it's just hollowed bars, sweet. Let me just check, get the recipe down pat, and then it's going to end up being time to wrap the episode up. So hollowed bars to the guide. Is that what we need for these spook? Is it the naughty present and then the yeah, something else? What is it? Naughty present, the pumpkin medallion. Okay, so it's just ectoplasm. You don't need to combine anything. So that's easy. It's 10 hollowed bars and only 5 ectoplasm with a couple pumpkins, which we have quite a few. And that'll make me the pumpkin moon medallion. And then every time you use the medallion at night, it has to be night, that's when it summons the pumpkin moon. And the event lasts the entirety of the night. So it's like the reverse, obviously, of a solar eclipse. So we need to work on that. Let's just quick stack all this stuff. And I took out the specter bars. Okay. You over here, we can finally get rid of all of the building materials. Pretty much, anyway. The only thing we're going to want when we're building, quote-unquote building, is traps. Now, I thought I had way more. And for some reason, in the utility chest, I'm only seeing 5 spiky balls. I feel like I may have done something horribly wrong to them. I don't know where they are. I know we got more from when we were in the dungeon. Not the dungeon, the golem place. Did I, like, accidentally them, or did I? Yes! Thankfully, I left them in my piggy bank. Also, let's quick stack our cash. Scared me there for a bit. So, we have the spiky balls, which are the ones I really want. Dart traps can be used, flame traps can be used, spear traps I'm not partial to with what we're about to be doing. Are these different? Okay, spiky balls, right? Spear. Oh, these are the ones I wanted. Alright. So yeah, we'll put these traps in here, and we'll make a bunch of spiky ball traps. Probably campfires, things like that. Things that you would put in a boss arena, and that'll be our little kill zone for the pumpkin moon and the frost moon. They're pretty difficult, I think, in expert mode, but we'll give them a go. But guys, it is time to wrap the episode up here. This is episode 167. We are now tied with 1.2 in terms of episodes. Pretty crazy. The turd has been filled in. The base is done, minus filling out the mannequins. I still have some ways to go. I think we'll put the pumpkin moon thing maybe here, somewhere flat on the ground, and then we want to be elevated. And yeah, I think over to the left will be a good spot to do it. But wrapping it up here, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.